Good morning, students, kids, and parents. So, we are now on week 8 in mathematics quarter 2 of grade 6, and we will have another topic for today. This is performing basic operations on integers. So, on week 7, in your module, there is also a topic about integers, and you have encountered what are the specific clues or words to be used to determine if it is a negative or positive integers, right? So as a review, let us answer these following questions. Number 1, the temperature is 18 degrees below zero. So as we can see on the sentence, it is below. So what would be the answer? Correct. It is negative 18. Letter B, the altitude is 75 meters above the sea level. So, the clue or the word that signifies negative or positive is above the sea level. So, it will be a positive 75. Letter C, the corals are 15 meters below the sea level. So, there is also a word below. So, the answer here is negative 15. Letter D, he has a weight loss of 5 kilograms. A loss signifies, yes, negative. So, the answer will be negative 5. And letter E, she spent 375 pesos for a dress. So here, she spent, which signifies loss, right? So the answer will be negative 375. If your answers are correct, then it determines that you really understand the topic that we discussed on week 7. So let us move on today. It is performing basic operations for integers. So let us start. For today's objectives, we are going to find out on how to perform the basic operation on integers. This operation includes multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So first, we will tackle about multiplication of integers, and we will discuss it by using the examples that we have in our module. So please open your modules and also your weekly home learning plan for today's week. In example number 1, we have negative 5 times negative 5. In this topic or in this example, rule number 1 will apply, which is multiplying both signs, either positive or negative, the product is positive. So as you can see, we have two factors with the same signs, which is negative. So negative times negative equals positive because it refers to rule number 1, which is multiplying both signs, either positive or negative, the product will be positive. So negative 5 times negative 5 equals positive 25. Do not forget the first rule. So we have example number 2. 3 times 3, which is also like example number 1, but in this case, they are both positive. So they have the same signs, right? So the product of 3 times 3 will be positive. So it is equals to positive 9. Okay? So either it is positive or negative, as long as they are the same, their product will be positive. Let's go to example number 3. Negative 9 times positive 5. What can you observe in this example? They have different signs. Very good. So we have negative 9 times positive 5. So the second rule apply to this example. Multiplying opposite signs resulted in negative product. If the factors have different signs, like on this example, then the product of these factors will be negative. So negative 9 times 5 equals negative 45. Do not forget these rules, okay? Do not be confused. If it is the same signs, they have the same signs, it will be positive. But in this case, they have different signs, so the product is negative. Okay? To make it short, negative times negative equals positive, like on the first example. Positive times positive will be positive also, like on our second example. And on our third example, which is negative times positive, or vice versa, positive times negative equals negative. Do not forget our rules. Let's go to division of integers. Division of integers also has the same rules as multiplication of integers. But the only difference here is that the operation for this one is division. Okay? So 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Because the first rule applies to this, which is dividing both signs, either positive or negative, the quotient is positive. Okay? So, this is positive divided by positive will be positive. We have example number 2. In this example, as we can see, we have negative 10 and positive 2. They have different or opposite signs, right? So, the answer or the quotient for this is negative 5 because they have different signs. Like the rule in multiplication, dividing opposite signs resulted in negative quotient. And then we have negative 9 divided by negative 3. The answer is positive 3. Why? What rule applies to this? The first rule. Very good. Because negative 9 and negative 3 have the same signs. They are both negative. So the quotient for this example will be positive 3. Very good. To understand the rules more, let us sing it in Brother Johnny tone. Do you remember what is Brother Johnny tone? Okay, the tone would be, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Multiplying and dividing with the same signs, you will get a positive, now you know, multiplying and dividing with different signs, you will get a negative, now you know. Okay, did you get the song? Let us repeat it. Multiplying and dividing with the same signs, you will get a positive, now you know, multiplying and dividing with different signs, you will get a negative, now you know. So do not forget our two rules in multiplication and division of integers. If they have the same signs, the positive or the quotient will be positive. The product or the quotient will be positive, rather. And if they have opposite or different signs, the product or the quotient will be negative. Okay, so let us go to the third operation. But before that, please open your module and answer learning task number 1. Multiply the following. Write your answer in your notebook. And learning task number 2. Divide the following integers. Write your answer in your notebook. Okay? So please take note of this learning task. And this will be passed on our next distribution and retrieval day. Okay? So let's go to the third operation. So you will be confused why we first did the multiplication and division. So this is the explanation for that. Adding and subtracting integers are more difficult compared to multiplication and division. In adding and subtracting integers, we have a set of rules also, but it is more difficult compared to multiplication and division. So in this topic, we need to focus more. Focus more. So we have addition of integers. 3 plus 5 equals. So we will be using number line in this example. So positive 3 will be located at the right side of the number line because it is a positive number. When we add positive plus positive, we will be moving from left to right. Okay, so we see that positive 3 is at the right side, so we encircle it. And then plus 5, which signifies we will move 5 times from the left to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer will be positive 8. And as you can see, positive 3 and positive 5 have the same signs, right? So their answer will be also their product, or their sum will be also a positive number. So the correct answer is positive 8. Okay? So let's move on to example number 2. Negative 5 plus positive 8 equals. So in this example, we have negative 5, which is located at the very good left side of the number line. So, and then we must add 8. So what are we going to do? We will be moving from left to the right side of the number line 8 times. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer will be positive 3. Why? Why did it become positive 3? Because the second rule here in addition of integers is that the greater value will distinguish what will be the sign of the sum. Okay? Of the sum. Okay? So, in this equation or in this example, the larger or the greater value is positive 8. And the smaller value is negative 5. So, 8 distinguishes the sign of the sum. Okay? So, it will be positive. So, negative 5 plus 8 equals positive 3. Do not be confused. Just observe first which is larger if the integers have different signs. So we at the first glance we already saw that the larger value in this example is positive 8. So the sum will be positive. Okay, so do not be confused with that. Let's go to example number 3. Negative 7 plus 3 equals. So, what can you observe in this example? They have different signs. Very good. So, which is larger? Negative 7 or positive 3? So, the larger value is negative 7. Okay? So, let's move on. Negative 7 is located at the left side of the number line. So we will move from left to right because it is plus 3. So 1, 2, 3. And negative 7 distinguishes or determined the sum for this equation. So the answer will be negative 4. So let's move on now in subtraction of integers. In here, we have the same set of rules like in addition. But I have an example here which will be using the first rule in multiplication. Let us see. So 7 minus 2 equals, so this is very, very simple. They are both positive. So using the number line, we have 7 from the right side of the number line, and we also have negative 2, right? So in this case, we will be moving from right to left because it is subtraction. So backwards, our counting will be backwards or from right to left. So 1, 2. So the answer will be positive 5 because we have a larger number of 7 which is positive, right? This is one of our rules. So do not be confused. We have now the example number 2. 3 minus 8. What can you observe? Which is the larger value? Negative 8. Very good. So we have first 3, which is at the right side, minus 8. So we will be counting from right to left because it is negative 8. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer will be negative 5. And then we have example number 3, which is negative 3 minus 7. And as you can see, they have both the same signs, okay? So we have negative 3 minus 7. So in this example, we will be still moving from right to left. So let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the answer will be negative 10. As you can observe, if they have the, as you can see, if or observe, if we have the same signs, we will be adding them up. We will be adding them up. Even though the operation for this is subtraction. Because they have the same signs, they are both negative, then the answer will be also negative and we will add them up. So 3 plus 7 equals 10. But we will be getting the same sign, which is negative. It will not become a positive number. It will be still a negative number. That is the second rule, okay? So let's move on to example number 4. We will discuss the rule later on. So in this case, we have negative 4 minus negative 5. And as you can see, negative 5 will be multiplied to the sign of subtraction, which is negative also. So we will apply the first rule here in multiplication. So they are both negative. When we multiply negative times negative, it becomes positive. Very good. So in this case, negative 4 plus 5 will be our new equation to simplify the first equation. So do not be confused in this matter. That's why I told you earlier that it's more confusing in subtraction and addition of integers because these cases happens, okay? This may also happen in addition, okay? And in subtraction also. So I included this example, and this is also included on your module. All of what I am discussing right now is located at your module. So in our number line, -4 is located at the left side of the number line. So plus 5, because it becomes +5, right? So we will be moving from left to right because it becomes addition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What will be the answer? +1. Very good. Rule for addition and subtraction of integers. If both signs are positive, add them up. Use the positive sign. Example, 4 plus 4 equals 8. If both signs are negative, you will also add them up. Use the negative sign. So it is very, very different from the multiplication and division of integers, right? Example, -4 plus -4 equals -8. To simplify this equation, positive times negative, which is, as you can see, so it becomes negative, right? Because they are opposite signs. So -4 minus 4 equals 8. So we will be using the negative sign for addition and subtraction of integers if both the integers have negative signs. Okay? Do not be confused. First rule, if both signs are positive, add them up. Use the positive signs. If both signs are negative, add them up, but use the negative signs. Okay? And then the second rule is, if the signs are different, one is positive and the other is negative, we will subtract them, and the larger number will distinguish the sign of the answer. Example, 4 plus -8 equals -4. Which is larger here? -8. Even though the operation here is positive, but they are different. They have different signs, right? The integers have different signs. We will subtract them from each other. So -8 plus 4, or 4 plus -8 equals -4, or 10 plus -8 equals 2. Why did it become +2? Because the larger number is positive, which is +10. So 10 plus -8 equals 2. To understand the rules more, let us sing it with a tone of, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, let us start. So let's sing it. If both signs are positive, add them up. If both signs are positive, add them up. If both signs are positive, then the sum is positive. If both signs are positive, add them up. Let's repeat. If both signs are positive, add them up. If both signs are positive, add them up. If both signs are positive, then the sum is positive. If both signs are positive, add them up. If both signs are negative, add them up. If both signs are negative, add them up. If both signs are negative, then the sum is negative. If both signs are negative, add them up. Let's repeat. If both signs are negative, add them up. If both signs are negative, add them up. If both sides are negative, then the sum is negative. If both sides are negative, add them up. Let's go to the last rule. If the signs are different, you must subtract. If the signs are different, you must subtract. You look at the greater value, then the sum will be that sign. If the signs are different, you must subtract. If the signs are different, you must subtract. If the signs are different, you must subtract. You look at the greater value, then the sum will be that sign. If the signs are different, you must subtract. Okay, so that will be the rules for the addition and subtraction of integers. Okay, just always remember this rule so that you can use or you will not be confused in adding or subtracting uh, numbers with different signs. Either it is positive or negative. Okay? So please answer learning task 3 together with your learning task 1 and 2 that I have flashed earlier, and also learning task 4. And also, please go to this link if you want to exercise more about your learning about our topic today. I will put that in your weekly home learning plan also. I have put that. And if you don't have access in internet, it's okay. Just copy this picture here and then answer it. You just put the correct answers on the upper part, and then the incorrect equation on the lower part of the picture, as you can see. Okay, and then we have additional activities also in here that I have included in your weekly home learning plan, and this is also included in your learning kits. You will find it in your learning kits. So these are the rubrics for this first additional activity, which is make your own song for the rule of integers. Either it is for multiplication or division, or addition and subtraction. Like we did, we sing a song for the rules of integer earlier, right? So you will make your own song for the rule of integers. I also included this in your weekly home learning plan and in your learning kits. Please, you can see this on your learning kits. And then another activity is you go at this link, as you can see, and make sentences with integers relating to the video you watched. Example, there are at least up to 5 symptoms a person can have because of coronavirus. Because this video shows our situation today, which is about coronavirus. Okay, and if note, if you cannot go to the link, make sentences with integers that have relation to our situation today. So if you do not have any access to online or internet, you can just make sentences that have integers on it that relates to our situation today. It is okay. And also this is the rubrics for that, which is also included on your activity sheets. You can see the rubrics on your activity sheets. And then also answer learning task 4. Evaluate the following expressions without using a number line. Write your answer in a paper. So that's it, and I am expecting a lot from you, that you understand our topic so well for today. And also for the parents who are watching this, I am also expecting a lot from you parents, that you will be able to explain this well to your children. If you have any questions regarding this, you can contact me. You know my contact number, and also you know our GC. You can post your questions there. And if there are any clarifications about this, you can also contact me. Do not be shy, just ask questions. So that's it for today. I am sharing this on YouTube so that for those who want to use this as their learning materials, you can use this. So thank you so much, and God bless everyone.